That is the number 95 of Kim Hahn. Good to see Kim back in a race car. And there it is, the number 68, the other Kimmel Racing stable from Iowa. That is Colby Evans. Colby Evans in that number 68. Right now for the Pro Crafters Salem Super Cars, this is the live free preview on Facebook. Don't forget, race fans, if you want to catch today's action, you can go to SalemSpeedway.tv. It is the same price as a general admission ticket here today in the stands, only $15. And there you see the number 17 of Shane Slider there on the free preview. We can't thank everyone enough for making the 78th season opener a successful one here this afternoon on a beautiful Sunday day for race day here in Salem, Indiana. Once again, race fans, for those of you in attendance here this morning, we welcome you. We're going to kill the music here just while we're doing a free live look-in on YouTube and Facebook for all of those viewers. We're going to kill the music just a little bit as the Pro Crafters Salem Super Cars on the track right now for their opening practice this morning. Coming up next will be the Crown Vics on the short track practice number 1. Crown Vics on the short track. Be making your way to staging, please. Crown Vics on the short track. Be making your way to staging. Once again, Crown Vics on the short track. You need to be staged up, ready to go. Your first practice of the morning taking place here shortly. Crown Vics, we see quite a bit of you right now staging. You need to be staged up, short track. On deck, Legend Series. You need to be suiting up. You will be on deck. Once again, Legend Cars, you will be after the short track practice for the Crown Vics. Thank you. And race fans, there was a cell phone turned into me here in the press box. So if you are missing your cell phone, of course, we rely 100% on these today. I'm sure you will not take long for you to realize you've lost that cell phone. If you've lost that cell phone, you can come up here to the tower, and I will give that to you. Thank you. And once again, we do apologize. No music right now, just live streaming on Facebook and YouTube. As we know, sometimes the music can get flagged. So that is the reason we're not playing the music right now, but we will resume that here in a little while. Once again, Crown Vics on the short track. You are up. Once again, Crown Vics, you should be in staging for the short track. Crown Vics Legends, you need to be suited up. You are on deck, my friends. Legend Series Cars, you are on deck. Thank you. Once again, race fans, welcome to the 78th annual season opener here at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. Want to thank a lot of our marketing partners here today. Of course, we couldn't do it without all of our marketing partners here at Salem Speedway. So going to play a little bit of commercial real quick and thank those marketing partners. Race fans, welcome to the 2024 season opener here at Salem Speedway. We could not do what we do if it wasn't for our 2024 marketing partners. We want to start with the Hoosier Lottery, the track naming sponsor, the series title sponsors, and the feature sponsors for today's racing. Pro Crafters, the proud sponsor of the Salem Super Cars for their Kentuckiana Ford Dealers 25. Mike's Muffler and Brake Crown Vicks for the big track, Kentuckiana Ford Dealers 50. The on-site plumbing, heating, and air Crown Vic short track series for today's Hoosier Lottery 50. Red Ball Recycling for being the title sponsor of the Scrappers for 2024, and of course for today's NOS Energy Drink 25. And of course, Brandon Hooker with Diesel Boys Race Parts Legend Series for the Kentuckiana Ford Dealers 25. We would also like to thank our proud Victory Lane sponsor in 2024, the Red Ball Recycling Victory Lane. The start and restart zone going to be Donnie Mingus Restart Zone. Safety team sponsors for 2024 will be the Impact Rescue Team, presented by Safety Clean. Of course, PNC Pit Road, the proud Pit Road sponsor, and State Farm agent Jason Webb Concession Stand. And of course, all of our track official sponsors: Hoosier, the official racing tire; Wayland, the official safety lights; Sunoco Race Fuels, the official race fuel; the Hard Truth Distilling Company, the official spirits; PPG, the official paint products; Ace Hardware of Salem, the official hardware store; Eddie Gilstrap Motors, the official pace truck provider; Schaefer's Oil, the And for those of you watching right now on our live YouTube and Facebook page, welcome to Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery, here for our 78th season opener. We do see your comments. Thank you so much, Manga. We appreciate that and the compliment. Been doing this for about 6 years now. Love it, as always. But we see a question here. How much horsepower does one of these 602 crate engines kind of produce? Well, about 350 horsepower at 5,000 RPMs is what the 602's engines kind of produce. You can buy one of these cars for about $20,000 to $25,000. Of course, these are the old ARCA steel body cars. These were actually the ARCA steel body race cars back before ARCA became what it is today, the ARCA Menard series. So yes, indeed, these 602 crates sponsored by Pro Crafters this year, more and more are getting built. We see about 7 to 9 here this afternoon, but we have about 5 to 6 that I know are being built currently. So this division is going to continue to grow as the year passes. So thank you so much for everyone watching at YouTube. My name is Will Greenwell. You can find my nationwide podcast as well if you're watching. Just go to any search engine and type in The Wild Will Throwdown podcast, and we cover a lot of these different topics each week, including some of the specs on some of these cars. So this is very good questions coming in from the YouTube page. We appreciate each and every one of you live looking in right now at Salem Speedway. Don't forget, you are getting the live look in on Facebook and YouTube currently. Now, for the start of the program today, about 2 p.m., the same price as a general admission ticket on the live look-in. You can purchase that live streaming at salemspeedway.tv for $15. And that is a great deal for today's racing action here to celebrate the 78th season opener. Race fans in attendance, welcome. My name is Will Greenwell. Hawk Harold Adams in the booth as well, carrying through the season opener here at Salem Speedway. Don't forget, the merchandise stand is open in the main concourse. My new shirt is back there as well, the Wild Will Throwdown t-shirt. Also, the Salem Speedway 2023 merchandise back there. They have all kinds of deals going on as well. The Jason Way by State Farm concession stand is open, serving up some delicious food here this afternoon. Make sure you check that out as well. As the day goes by, we're going to continue to thank our great marketing partners for a great 2024 kickoff. It's going to be a great season, a ton of stuff planned here at Salem Speedway. And of course, back there on the wall, you can see getting ready for our 109th ARCA Menard Series race here at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. Sit back, relax, and we'll be working our way to that 2 p.m. start time here at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. Caution flag back out on the speedway here for the Diesel Boys Karts and Parts Legends Series here this afternoon. Great car count of legends on hand with us for our 2024 season opener. Tons of racing on tap today, race fans. Going to kick it off with the Legend Series a little bit later on, but don't forget the Red Ball Recycling Legend Series, Scrapper Series here with us as well. The Kentuckiana Ford Dealers 50 by the Mike's Muffler and Brake Crown Vic Series here. Also, the Hoosier Lottery 50, the on-site plumbing, heating, and air Crown Vic short track. Big payouts, $500 to win for the short track today. $1,000 going to the winner of the Big Track Crown Vic event. Now, if you follow us on social media, you did hear there is a chance to be a last chance showdown event. That's going to lock 2 more cars into that main event today. Waiting on race control to give us that word a little bit later on, but definitely going to schedule to start over 30 Crown Vics on the high banks this afternoon for a 50-lap shootout. Going to be exciting here at Salem Speedway. For over 30 years, Hoosier Lottery distributions have been benefited every county throughout Indiana. The Hoosier Lottery has contributed more than $7 billion to good causes, including $30 million to local police and firefighters' pensions, and $30 million to the Teachers' Retirement Fund annually. The Hoosier Lottery through 2024 for achieving the highest level of responsible gaming. To learn more about the Hoosier Lottery, visit HoosierLottery.com/givingback and follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and X. We can't thank the Hoosier Lottery enough for coming on board being a track naming sponsor for 2024. Without them, we could not do what we do, as it comes in instance with all of our marketing partners here. PNC Pit Road. You see that beautiful PNC logo all up and down Salem Speedway's Pit Road. We can't thank them enough for coming on board being a title sponsor of Pit Road for 2024 as well. Well, here we go. The Crown Vics make their second appearance out on the big track this afternoon. This practice session will serve as group qualifying. This will serve as qualifying for their final session of the afternoon. So out there in this session, the number 31 machine, that is Johnny Miller III in that number 31. It is the all black. It looks like he did put some lettering on that car. The number 31 over there, beautiful looking ride. That is the same car he had in 2023. There is Ronnie Basham III out there in that, what was the 86, scored as the 33. You also have the number 40 of Jerry Payne. He is a tough one to beat on the high banks. Marcus Elliott in the number 20 car right behind him in that beautiful green and black machine. The 59 in going to be Nick Cook himself, and Kenny Humphreys, number 77X. Also, Gage Dunn out there in that number 29 car. Darren Reisinger in the D4. Also, Ray Ewing back out here in the 07, and back there as well, the black car, possibly Jordan West. So we'll have to get some of the names on these cars without numbers. This is qualifying group. Artie Beware in the number 38 back there, as well as Kyle Lefevre. So that number 86 is going to be scored as the number 33. You can see Ronnie Basham III passing the start-finish line here in that beautiful highlighter yellow and blue Crown Vic, which picked up a few wins in 2023. Kenny Humphrey usually competing on the dirt and the asphalt in that number 77X machine. Beautiful green and black. Of course, he purchased that car in 2023 from Scotty Shelton. So that is the 77X of Kenny Humphrey. And that is the number 30 of Jordan West. So you can see on the passenger side of that black Crown Vic passing the start-finish line, That is the number 30. So this is your first session. Once we conclude with this group, we will give you the rundown of times here at Salem Speedway for your first practice session of 2024 and qualifying. And caution flag waves here in this qualifying second session. It looks like Roger Vincent out there went around on the entry of turns number 3. Right now, Jeremy Larson, top of the board. Ronnie Basham III in second so far here in qualifying. Mike Sell and Noah Allison already wear your top 5. That is right now in group qualifying as the Impact Rescue Safety Team makes their first appearance to the track here at Salem Speedway. Tough break. It looks like no damage. You can see right through the front stretch here the number 16 of Roger Vincent. He looks to be unscathed. Just a little bit of a loose issue over there going around on the back straightaway entering turns number 3 and 4. Did not quite make it to turns number 3, but tough break early on in qualifying. This will serve as the Crown Vics for the High Banks qualifying session and practice session to conclude their session here this afternoon before race time. Salem Super Cars, you will be next for your final practice session before qualifying. You will have single car qualifying attempt a little bit later on, but you will have a final practice session coming up. Crown Vic still in group qualifying session. So far, Jeremy Larson top of the board in the number 87, Ronnie Basham III in that second spot. Chase Adams third, Noah Allison in fourth, and Artie B. Ware rounding out your top 5. Salem Super Cars, if you want to take part in final practice, you need to be making your way to staging on PNC Pit Road. Salem Super Cars, your final practice coming up here shortly. Make sure you make your way to staging. Thank you. Check one. Final few laps here on practice/qualifying for the Crown Vics, and then we will give you a rundown here momentarily on the qualifying order. As Barry Smithley down there on the flag stand throws the checkered flag, this will conclude qualifying for the Crown Vics on the high banks. So race fans, here is your rundown for Crown Vic qualifying. Jeremy Larson, the number 87, goes top of the board, 21.816. Ronnie Basham, the third, and the number 33 goes second, 21.924. Johnny Miller, the third, goes third with a 21.995. Fourth place, Chase Adams, 34C, with a time of 22.012. He is the first car in the 22-second bracket. Looking on back from there in fifth, 24A of Noah Allison, 22.014. That is your top five. Sixth place, Artie Ware at 22.015. Dylan Kalin, seventh. Marcus Elliott, eighth. Kyle Lefevre, ninth. And rounding out your top 10, it will be Jerry Paynes, number 40. 11th quick, going to be Carter Cooks, number 59. 12th place, going to be the 24, James Mikesell. 13th, the 45 of John Lister. 06 of Todd Harrison goes 14th. Roger Vincent with that squaggle on the back stretch goes 15th. 31W, that is Paul Hartledge today. He goes 16th. Tyler Payne 17th. Nick Wickerson 18th. Rounding out 19 and 20, Jake Wells and Austin Scott. Gage Dunn, Kenny Humphrey, Bradley Winters goes 21, 22, and 23rd. Jordan West goes 24th. Donnie Woodward 25th. Darren Reisinger in the 26th spot. 59 in of Nick Cook goes 27th. Corbin Person goes 28th. 29th, Ray Ewing, and Brian Moore goes 30th. Katie St. Clair at 31st, Daniel Frick 32nd, Kenny St. Clair 33rd, Kevin Vaughn 34th, 35th and 36th, rounding out your field, Brian Ziegler and Josh Walker. And that is the top 36 cars that took time this afternoon in preparation for today's Kentuckiana Ford Dealers 50 in the Mike's Muffler and Brake Crown Vic on the high banks. Coming up next will be the final practice session for the Pro Crafters Salem Super Cars. They will have single car qualifying a little bit later on, but they will have their final practice here this afternoon. So Salem Super Cars practice still underway, and race fans just got the word from race control. 36 cars qualified for the Crown Vics. All 36 cars will start. There will be no last chance race. All 36 cars will make the 50-lap feature a little bit later on here today. Right now, the Pro Crafters Salem Super Cars practice still underway until about the 12:25 time, and then we'll go into Crown Vic short track practice number 2 and group qualifying, and then Legend Series qualifying, and then Scrapper practice will conclude that, and then single car qualifying for the Pro Crafters Salem Super Cars at 1:30. That is the rundown before opening ceremonies here a little bit later on this afternoon. We appreciate each and every one of you great race fans for coming out celebrating our 78th season opener here at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. We'll be thanking our marketing partners throughout the day, as if it wasn't for our marketing partners, we would not be here. You can see some of the brand new billboards down the back. Of course, Schaefer's Oil, Hard Truth Liquor up in Brown County, Indiana, came on board with us. They have a beautiful new billboard back there. We couldn't do what we do without our great marketing partners, and we have a great group of marketing family here at Salem Speedway. Once again, this is Salem Super Cars practice up until 12:25. The track will stay green until that time, and then we will go into the Crown Vic short track practice. You guys can go on and start staging, please. I see a couple of you coming around here to practice and stage for your qualifying effort on the short track. Crown Vic's on the short track. You are next. Thank you.
Salem Super Cars, you got 3 minutes of green time on the track for practice. Salem Super Cars, you got 3 more minutes of practice time. Then we'll clear the track and get ready for Crown Vics on the short track. So Crown Vics on the short track, you should be there at staging area for your practice 2/qualifying session. At Salem Super Cars, you got about 3 more minutes of track time. All right, Crown Vics, you should be coming up to staging now for your short track practice number 2/qualifying session. It is coming up. So if you are ready for some Crown Vics on the short track, you need to be coming up to staging. This will be your qualifying session. It will begin momentarily. So Crown Vics, bring them up.
So coming up next, race fans, going to be the Crown Vics on the short track for their qualifying effort / practice here this afternoon. Legend Series cars, you will be on deck for your qualifying session. Crown Vics on the short track. If you want to take part in qualifying / group practice, you need to be in staging. Once again, Crown Vics on the short track. You need to be in staging. GB's making his way to the short track flag stand right now. Once again, we want to apologize. No music right now because we are doing a live look-in on Facebook and YouTube, and you know how music rights are. They kick you off. So we'll have music a little bit later on in the program, but right now, just here recently, just a live look-in on Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate all of our viewers around the country looking in on us right now, nationwide, worldwide, here at the beautiful historic High Banks. 33-degree banking opened in 1947, getting ready for our 78th year of racing here in Salem, Indiana.
Crown Vics are now underway on their practice 2/qualifying session. This will determine their qualifying times. We'll give you some times as the sessions roll along here of who's at the top of the chart. You can check the scoreboard over on the backstretch of Salem Speedway scoreboard, brand new last year. Keep track of the time, so it looks like John Lister in the 45 is your early leader on top of the board. Qualifying session number 1 here continues on for the short track Crown Vics. You see John Lister, the 45, still your fast qualifier. His best time is 17.956. Only car to get under the 18-second point. You see Mike Bailey in number 5. He's second right now, 18.048. Third fastest, 94, Joe Wilhoit. Fourth is 23, Tony Dunn. And fifth is the 06, Brandon Decker. That's your top 5 right now. See his first practice/qualifying session wrapping up. John Lister on the top of the charts. 45 car, 17.956. Second is the 5 of Mike Bailey, then the 94 Joe Wilhoit, 23 Tony Dunn, the 06 Brandon Deckard, 6th fastest Miranda Schott in the 30S, 7th fastest 18T Zach Thomason, 8th fastest 94A Elena Wilhoit, 9th fastest the 18 of Clayton Sander, and 10th number 32M Brian Meek. Those are your first 10 cars in the first session. We get those off the track, bring on another round of cars for the qualifying session for the Crown Vics on the short track.
Once again, race fans, welcome back to Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery, here for the 78th annual opener here today. Beautiful, beautiful afternoon. A little windy, but that's all right. We got the sunshine shining. For those of you looking in right now live on Facebook and YouTube, welcome to Salem Speedway. We're going to run this feed all the way up until the 155 opening ceremonies race. And then you can purchase this event with the same price it costs to get into the general admission seats, which is $15 at salemspeedway.tv. So once again, we appreciate each and every one of you watching and looking in live at this beautiful historic racetrack opening in 1947. For today's event, going to be one great event to open the 2024 season. Once again, thank you so much for being here with us today on this beautiful Sunday afternoon here at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery.
And as we continue on with practice/qualifying for the Crown Vics on the short track, session number 2 here, getting ready to wrap up. As you can see there on the scoreboard, we have a new fast time right now, the 110 of Austin Scott, putting in a good time of 17.880. Austin Scott in that 110 now. Fast qualifier, 49 Nick Payne now up to second. His time 17.954. Pushing John Lister back to third in the 45. Mike Bailey in the 5 running fourth fastest right now. Jacob Robertson in the 91 hitting the top 5, fifth fastest. Kobe Shelton in the 114 is sixth fastest, running on down the top 10. 94 Joe Wilhoit, 39 Troy Phillips, 23 Tony Dunn, and 06 Brandon Decker. That's your top 10 so far. As you see, another bunch of Crown Vic drivers making their way out onto the track for session number 3.
Once again, for you all looking live at the Look-In on YouTube and Facebook, once again, welcome back here at Salem Speedway, the historic High Banks, 33-degree banking here in Salem, Indiana, opening in 1947. We welcome you. Of course, we're going to have this free live Look-In all the way up until the 2 o'clock hour. Then you can purchase the tickets for salemspeedway.tv for today's opening race. Once again, $15 for salemspeedway.com. The same amount it would be here in general admission. So once again, welcome back to the Salem Speedway as the Crown Vics on the short track take part in their final practice and qualifying session. And we see some questions coming in live worldwide at YouTube. We have a question on how big the inner track is. I call it. It is a 1/4 mile. Now, the historic summary behind that track is Louisville Motor Speedway was a big track back in the day, closed down about 2001. I grew up at Louisville Speedway, and it was a 1/4 mile. So Owen Thompson, the owner at the track at that time, decided, hey, you know what? If we put a 1/4 mile track in the infield here at Salem Speedway, Hawk Harold Adams, I'll let you touch on this because more of your time. zero banking. It has almost no banking, but that's what his thought was. Louisville Motor Speedway closes down. Hey, we put a quarter mile in the end track here at Salem Speedway.
Yes, they put the quarter mile track in there along with a figure 8 track, hoping to get some activity there on the short track from some of the drivers. As you say, back in the day, Louisville Speedway, Sports Drone Speedway. So it is utilized a little bit here and there. Of course, these Crown Vics kind of perfect for them. We run them on the big track. It's been very successful. As you can see, though, they still like to run that quarter mile on the infield, and quite a few cars here again today. And we keep seeing the car counts grow and grow over the last couple of years with these Ford Crown Vics. They've done a heck of a show as they continue on with their qualifying session here for the Crown Vics on the short track. They're getting ready to wrap up session 3 here. Looks like we got Legend cars staging up now. They're going to do some qualifying here after this. So we're going to run down the top cars here for the Crown Vics. Looks like Jeremy Larson in that 87, who I believe had fast time on the big track. He is showing on the top of the charts as well on the short track. So Jeremy Larson really putting in some good qualifying times. He is showing at a 17.847. So that 87 car, Jeremy Larson, really showing the way here today, bumping Austin Scott in the 110 back to second fastest at 17.880. Nick Payne in the 49 goes third. John Lister in the 45 goes fourth. Mike Bailey in the 5 goes fifth. Running on down there a little bit, Jacob Robertson in the 91 is sixth. Number 7, Doug Wicker. 32, J. Rob Masterson. 619, Jake Wells. And number 114, Kobe Shelton, rounding out the top 10. Looking on down the list there also, we look like we got about 30 cars qualified for the Crown Vics on the short track. Earlier we qualified on the big track for the Crown Vics. We had 36 cars. So with that in mind, we are not going to have a last chance race today. No last chance race for the Crown Vics on the big track. They will start them all. We'll have no add-ons. So we'll be a 36 car field for our main event later on for the Crown Vics on the big track. As you see now, the Diesel Boys Race Parts Legend Series cars making their way out onto the quarter mile now for their practice / qualifying session.
So right now, the Diesel Boys Karts and Parts Legend Series completing their qualifying group number 1. Another set to come onto the racetrack right now. Lincoln Kane in the number 5, fast time 16:049. Jacob Kinney second for the time of 16:146. 59 of Corey Adams goes third, 16:150. Zachariah Brady in the number 53 goes fourth at a 16:320. Ashton Morello in the number 11 machine goes fifth quick, 16:328. Looking on from there, 6 through 10, it will be Tim Skinner Jr., John Puckett, Kristen Hammer, Dean Bradshaw, and Jack Receiver. Rounding out your top 10 Legend Series car with more getting ready to pull onto the track right now.
practice qualifying continuing. You see Ashton Morello now. Actually, as this session gets underway, we'll see what we got here at the top of the charts here. This is their qualifying session and practice going on for the Diesel Boys Race Parts Legends Series. At this moment, the 16 of Jacob Kinney, fast qualifier at this moment at 16.236, 16.209 now. He put in even a faster time. So Jacob Kinney in the 16 leading the way right now. Second fastest, the number 5, Lincoln Kane. He's at 16.237. Ash Murillo in the 11, 16.276. That's your top 3 at this moment as the qualifying session continues for the Diesel Boys Race Parts Legends. All right, that session of legend qualifying is over with. Looks like we got another set coming out. And it looks like number 5, Lincoln Kane, has went back to the top of the charts now after that session, 16.084. Pushing the 16, Jacob Kinney, back to second fastest. He had a 16.108. And Ash Murillo in the 11, 16.240. Fourth fastest, 15, Tim Skinner Jr. Fifth fastest, 59, Corey Adams. Looking at the rest of the top 10, the 6th fastest right now, 53, Zach Brady. The 4, Christian Hammer. 7P, John Puckett. The 84R, Jack Receiver. And the number 12, Dean Bradshaw, round out the top 10 at this moment. Got another session of qualifying going on here right now for the Diesel Boys Race Parts Legends. It looks like this will be the final session. Then I think we're going to add one more qualifier for the Crown Vics on the short track. Alex wearing the 38 will get a shot at qualifying on the short track for the Crown Vics after this legend qualifying session. All right, looks like the Legends qualifying session is over with, and it looks like we got Xavier King back up on the top in the 84. He went under the 16-second bracket at 15.905. Looks like we got a little bit more time, though, left for the Legends. The green flag is back out. We'll see if anybody's got anything for the Xavier King. As I said, he went under the 16-point mark at 15.905, so it's going to be tough to beat that. Clayton Bohannon up there, second fastest in the 33 at a 16.003. And John Robbins up there in the 19 now, third fastest, 16.014. So these Legend cars continue to get faster and faster as the day wears on.
Once again, race fans, welcome back here to Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. Right now, we want to kind of give a shout-out to our live look-in on Facebook and our YouTube page. Right now, you're seeing the practice session and qualifying for the Diesel Boys Karts and Parts Legends Series here this afternoon at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. We will cut that live stream off during opening ceremonies. $15 is all it costs to get the Salem.tv subscription pay-per-view today. That is the same amount for the general admission tickets here at Salem Speedway this afternoon. You cannot beat that. We want to appreciate all of our followers on Facebook and YouTube, and of course all of you great fans in attendance. We'll be thanking our marketing partners throughout the afternoon here. What is set to be a great 2024 78th season opener here at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. Once again, right now, practice and qualifying going on. Then we will have a little bit later on the Salem Super Cars qualifying single car. And then scrapper practice, Scrappers 105, your only practice session this afternoon. Scrappers 105 to 115, you will have one practice session. Right now, Alex Swears, number 38 on the short track. He is your last qualifier for the Salem short track of the Crown Vics. He did not get to qualify. He is going to be out there in the number 38 qualifying right now in the Mosby's Machine number 38 entry. He is your last qualifier. Once again, coming up, scrapper practice, your one and only practice coming up here shortly. Attention scrapper drivers, Just from race control, you have to make a lap in practice to check your transponder. All scrapper drivers, you have to make one lap in practice to check your transponders. Thank you. Right now, race fans, if you're coming in here to Salem Speedway, welcome. We're glad to have you, each and every one of you, for the 78th season opener here this afternoon. Scrapper practice. Yes, you don't usually see the scrappers practice, but they have to make at least one lap in order to check their transponder. If you do not know what a transponder is and you're here at a racetrack for the first time, it is an electrical device that is kind of put on the right rear quarter panel, left rear quarter panel. Some places are different that you have to place these, but it corresponds with the race controls monitor to make sure they are picking up a time and running in their correct running order. So that is the reason. As the first group is waved off the racetrack, the next group of scrappers making their way on to the quarter mile in the infield here at Salem Speedway. Once again, we do not have music playing because we are a live look-in on Facebook and YouTube, and sometimes with the music rights, they do not like us on the music, but we will have music throughout the program this afternoon once we go green with opening ceremonies here this afternoon. Check out the State Farm, presented by Jason Wade concession stand open. The merchandise stand is open as well with the Salem Speedway merchandise and the Wild World Throwdown Podcast t-shirt. You can get those new shirts down there now, available at the Salem Speedway merchandise booth. Once again, welcome back to the 78th season here at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. For over 30 years, Hoosier Lottery distributions have benefited every county throughout Indiana. The Hoosier Lottery has contributed more than $7 billion in good causes, including $30 million to local police and firefighters' pensions and $30 million to the Teachers' Retirement Fund annually. The Hoosier Lottery has earned World Lottery Association Level 4 certification through 2024 for achieving the highest level of responsible gaming. To learn more about the Hoosier Lottery, visit HoosierLottery.com/givingback and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Hoosier Lottery, a proud sponsor of Salem Speedway. Looks like one more group of scrappers coming on for their practice. Coming up next will be the Salem Super Cars presented by Pro Crafters. They will be qualifying single car qualifying attempts here this afternoon. Also, want to thank Shane Slider. He is going to be the beneficiary of the Wild Will Throwdown podcast shirt giveaway today. Of course, we thank Shane for doing that and being a proud sponsor of the Wild Will Throwdown podcast t-shirts. Harold Adams, let's start off the day good. Let's go on and start one of these t-shirt giveaways. The first person to come to the press box to tell us what year that Salem Speedway opened will get a free Wild Will Throwdown podcast t-shirt. So there you go. There is your trivia question. First one to the press box to tell us what year Salem Speedway opened will get a free t-shirt. So there you go. You're on the clock. And that was it. There was the question. It's over with. But we will have more questions a little bit later on. So if you've missed your opportunity, we will have more questions here throughout the day. Sponsored by Pro Crafters. Also, Ronnie Basham III putting up 2 shirts. And the team of Katie St. Clair putting up a shirt, too, to donation here this afternoon. Want to thank all of our title sponsors. These are beautiful Arizona sports shirt Wild Will Throwdown. If you did not get a free one, we have them at the merchandise stand. 4 cars on the front of the shirt this year, a Crown Vic, Outlaw, Late Model, Modified Figure 8, whatever you want to call it. Then, of course, the Sprint car and the Salem Speedway Great American stock on the front of those beautiful green and purple shirts. Limited sizes available at the concession stand, or excuse me, at the merchandise booth, that is, down in the concourse area. Once again, that's going to conclude track on the infield. Now we will await the single car qualifying attempts for the Salem Super Cars a little bit later on. We do not have the music playing, race fans, because we are live right now on Facebook and YouTube. And basically, we're going to have that up until the start time. Then we will have music playing throughout the show today. But as you know, music rights, they kick you off if you kind of stream that on YouTube or a Facebook platform. So that's why we do not have the music blaring right now. But as you can see, many improvements around Salem Speedway. Race fans, if you look at the flag stand, brand new speakers going in, 9 of them around the racetrack here. We are making slow improvements, but new speakers are in, not hooked up currently, but we are making strides and improvements under Nick Bohannon and, of course, General Manager Glenn Luckett here at Salem Speedway. New asphalt down in turns number 1. That is the big story as well. Brand new patched asphalt, of course, as Justin Fiedler makes his way back out to the racetrack. The official lubricant, NOS Energy Drink. The official energy drink, Jacoby Sells. The official outdoor power equipment provider, Flying A Motorsports. The official trailer and motor coach dealer, Palmatro. The official rescue tools, Bad Boy Mowers. The official mower. And, of course, our track corporate sponsors, TLG Peterbilt of Louisville, Tumbleweed, Jasper Group, Marshall Monuments, O'Reilly Auto Parts, P3 Graphics, Property Scope, Rapid Fired Pizza, Jolted Cow, Mid-Southern Savings Bank, Lefevre's Curbing,
C&T Industrial Services, First Harrison Bank, Sullivan's Concrete Coating, Brooks Roofing, Green Tree Real Estate Services, and Salem Rental. And then, of course, the Salem Super Cars contingency sponsor, Quartermaster, will award the third place finisher at each Pro Crafters Salem Super Cars event with a $100 product certificate, and the 6th and 9th place finisher with a $75 product certificate. If it wasn't for our 2024 marketing partners, we could not do what we do here at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. Now, race fans, sit back, relax, and get ready for the 78th season opener here today at Salem Speedway. And don't forget, race fans, the next time we are here will be May the 5th. It will be the Derby Hangover Twin 75s presented by Washington County Tourism. Diesel Boys Great American Stocks will make their 2024 season debut. The Mike's Muffler and Brick, Crown Vics on the high banks. On-site plumbing, heating, and air, Crown Vics on the short track. Diesel Boys race car parts, Legends, Pro Crafters, Salem Super Cars will be here as well. Spectator Gates, 10 a.m. qualifying 1:30, race at 2. That will be on Sunday, May the 5th. The Derby City Hangover. Salem Super Cars, you need to be making your way, getting ready for staging. Salem Super Cars, single car qualifying attempts coming up here shortly. Salem Super Cars, you need to be making your way to staging, getting suited up drivers, getting ready for single car qualifying attempts here at Salem Speedway. For over 30 years, Hoosier Lottery distributions have benefited every county throughout Indiana. The Hoosier Lottery has contributed more than $7 billion to good causes, including $30 million to local police and firefighters' pensions, $30 million to the Teachers' Retirement Fund annually. The Hoosier Lottery has earned World Lottery Association Level 4 certification throughout 2024 for achieving the highest level of responsible gaming. To learn more about the Hoosier Lottery, visit HoosierLottery.com and follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and X. We can't thank the Hoosier Lottery enough here at Salem Speedway for this 2024 season. As you'll be hearing, race fans, throughout the day, our 2024 marketing partners, we could not do what we do here without all of the 2024 family. Once again, thank you for the Hoosier Lottery for coming on board once again. Salem Super Cars. Salem Super Cars, you need to be in final preparations, making your way to the backstretch for single car qualifying. Race fans, we're going to take a minute of a pause here and get ready for qualifying for today's Salem Super Cars presented by Pro Crafters. Race fans, welcome to the 2024 season opener here at Salem Speedway. We cannot do what we do if it wasn't for our 2024 marketing partners. We want to start with the Hoosier Lottery, the track naming sponsor, the series title sponsors, and the feature sponsors for today's racing. Pro Crafters, the proud sponsor of the Salem Super Cars for their Kentuckiana Ford Dealers 25. Mike's Muffler and Brake Crown Vics for the big track, Kentuckiana Ford Dealers 50. The on-site plumbing, heating, and air Crown Vic short track series for today's Hoosier Lottery 50. Red Ball Recycling for being the title sponsor of the Scrappers for 2024, and of course for today's NOS Energy Drink 25. And of course, Brandon Hooker with Diesel Boys Race Parts Legend Series for the Kentuckiana Ford Dealers 25. We would also like to thank our proud Victory Lane sponsor in 2024, the Red Ball Recycling Victory Lane. The start and restart zone going to be Donnie Mingus Restart Zone. Safety team sponsors for 2024 will be the Impact Rescue Team, presented by Safety Clean. Of course, PNC Pit Road, the proud Pit Road sponsor, and State Farm agent Jason Wade concession stand. And of course, all of our track official sponsor, Hoosier, the official racing tire, Wayland, the official safety lights, Sunoco Race Fuels, the official race fuel, the Hard Truth Distilling Company, the official spirits, PPG, the official paint products, Ace Hardware of Salem, the official hardware store, Eddie Gilstrat Motors, the official pace truck provider, Schaefer's Oil, the official lubricant, NOS Energy Drink, the official energy drink, Jacoby Cells, the official outdoor power equipment provider, Flying A Motorsports, the official trailer and motor coach dealer, Palmatro, the official rescue tools, Bad Boy Mowers, the official mower, and of course our track corporate sponsors, TLG Peterbilt of Louisville, Tumbleweed, Jasper Group, Marshall Monuments, O'Reilly Auto Parts, P3 Graphics, Property Scope, Rapid Fire Pizza, Jolted Cow, Mid-Southern Savings Bank, Lefevre's Curbing, C&T Industrial Services, First Harrison Bank, Sullivan's Concrete Coating, Brooks Roofing, Green Tree Real Estate Services, and Salem Rental. And then, of course, the Salem Super Cars contingency sponsor, Quartermaster, will award the third place finisher at each Pro Crafters Salem Super Cars event with a $100 product certificate, and the 6th and 9th place finisher with a $75 product certificate. If it wasn't for our 2024 marketing partners, we could not do what we do here at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. Now, race fans, sit back, relax, and get ready for the 78th season opener here today at Salem Speedway. Salem Super Cars. Salem Super Cars, you've been called to staging, please. Salem Super Cars qualifying coming up here shortly. Scott Melton's number 44 is over there ready to go. Single car qualifying attempts coming up for your Kentuckiana Ford Dealers 25 this afternoon. Race fans, welcome. My name, Will Greenwell, in the booth during the TV broadcast today, getting ready for a beautiful day of racing. Hawk Harold Adams going to be my broadcast partner in the booth. Beautiful, beautiful day, getting ready as you see the Salem Super Cars presented by Pro Crafters make their way down PNC Pit Road as we get ready for one great race day event. For those of you tuning in around the world on YouTube and Facebook, thank you so much. We're going to let this run all the way up into opening ceremonies this afternoon. Before we go live, you can go to salemspeedway.tv to get that broadcast. Once again, Salem Super Cars, make your way to staging your single car qualifying attempts coming up next. And once again, race fans, welcome back to Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery.
That's why we all got golf carts or
And Hawk Harold Adams, here we are. 2024, the offseason was short. We're getting ready for the 78th season. Beautiful day. Fans are filing in here, buddy. Here we go, getting ready to call qualifying this afternoon. Now, if you weren't here, Crown Vics, they will not have a last chance race. We are going to start all 36 cars on the high banks today. That is pretty impressive.
Yeah, as always, we've been seeing good car counts out here at Salem Speedway here the last couple years for those Crown Vics. So opening of the season here today, 50 lapper, a lot at stake here, a lot of money, other things at stake too. You'll get into that here in a little while. But yeah, 36 cars. Weren't sure how many we was going to have. We was all prepared to have that last chance race, but we got 36. So it's like, let's go ahead and start them all. So that's what we're going to do here as the final event of the day, the 36 car 50 lap feature later on today. So it's going to be a wild one, Will.
Yeah, no doubt. And 36 cars, 50 laps on the high banks, $1,000 to the winner. Pretty impressive, if you might say. We have a lot of fast cars here. 36 going to start, 33-degree banking. Now, let's reverse a little bit. Let's recap. 2023, everyone knows about the 6-hour misery of the Spooky 200. I mean, that was the longest broadcast we have ever done on air, 6 hours long, about 25 red flags.
That was quite the adventure. We don't want to repeat that, of course. It was a lot of fun. I can't say it wasn't, but it was a lot of fun, but we don't want to do that again. Long, long night of racing, but yeah, it should be a great race. 50 laps, surely it won't take that long, right? So you never know about that, but these guys always put on a good show, those Crown Vics on the big track. Don't look for anything different here again today. We've got a great field of cars here today, great drivers. So it is going to be one outstanding race. We got beautiful weather for it.
Yeah, no doubt. And 36 drivers, 33-degree banking. Last year we started about 64 cars, and that was pretty epic, if you might say so myself. But here we go, getting ready for now what is another big story, the Pro Crafters Salem Super Cars. Now, yes, these cars look like ARCA cars for a reason. They are the original steel body ARCA car. As you see the Jailbreakers Potato Chips number 11 of Jamie Mosley down there from Lebanon Junction, Kentucky. Or excuse me, he is from London, Kentucky now. He's got that number 11. They've been struggling all week with engine issues, as you can hear down there on PNC Pit Road. Now, these are the original ARCA Menard Series cars. They have a 602 crate engine, cranking about 350 horsepower with a 5,000 RPM underneath of the hood. And we expect to see over 20 of these throughout the 2024 season. So there goes the Jailbreakers Potato Chips number 11 entry. He will get ready for single car qualifying this afternoon, leading up to the opening ceremonies for this year's 78th season opener here at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. As always, we thank you great fans for coming out on a beautiful, beautiful Sunday afternoon. A lot of improvements here at Salem Speedway. The new scoreboard, brand new asphalt going down, brand new speakers getting installed. It's going to be a great, great day here at Salem Speedway. Race fans, we'll be right back with qualifying for the Pro Crafters Salem Super Cars. While we're waiting, Hawk Harold Adams, how about we have another trivia question? Oh, I like that, huh? Trivia question. Here we go. First person to come to the press box will win a brand new Wild Will Throwdown t-shirt. Who was your 2023 Great American Stock Champion? There you go. Who was the 2023 Great American Stock Champion? First one to the press box will win a beautiful, beautiful brand new 2024 Wild Will Throwdown podcast t-shirt. We have sold over 250 t-shirts, ordering more from Arizona Sports Shirts. So the first person to come in the press box, who was the 23 Great American Stock Champion? I think G-Man, there he is. I think he's the winner. How about that? He's all smiles right now. I think that's the first thing he's won in his whole life, even at Sportstrom last night. Oh, man. It was Heath Helton, the number 16 machine. Heath Helton is the 2024. But race fans, it's qualifying time. Here we go. First driver from Rockford, Michigan in the Melton McFadden Insurance Donna's Donut number 44. It is Scott Melton. Scott Melton will be your first qualifier this afternoon. He goes down in turns 1 and 2, looking for a great exit going down the back straightaway. In the Melton Insurance number 44, he'll head on over to turns number 3 and 4 up high. That is where you want to be here at Salem Speedway. Gets a little bit sideways. Coming out of turn number 4, first time for him is going to be a 19.892. 19.892 gets a little bit loose. Scott Melton racing on the Arca Menard circuit this year in NASCAR, and now he's here tonight getting ready and set to go for this Salem Super Car qualifying effort. Off turn number 4, will he improve on lap number 2? He will. 19.672 for Scott Melton's number 44 machine. It will be a green-white checkered here at Salem Speedway for qualifying. Out of turn number 4 for the number 44 machine, and he will stay at 19.672. Your next qualifier, the number 51 from Centralia, Illinois, the Cooksey Brother Racing, Joe Cooksey, the Illinois driver, in the number 51 machine. He will be your next qualifier. Here comes Joe Cooksey, number 51, over exiting turn number 4 right now. You see YouTube channel right now. He will be second quick, 19.843, 19.843. Down the back straightaway, Joe Cooksey goes underneath the Speedway scoreboard. Goes over to turns number 3 and 4 up high, exiting turns number 4 right now for the number 51 team. Will he be quick time? We'll find out here shortly. He will not. 19.778 for the number 51 team. And he's going to handle that car back. He is not going to finish that out. So Joe Cooksey goes number 2 quick, 19.778. So Scott Melton top of the board, 19.672. And here comes the Lightning McQueen car, one of the fan favorites, of course. This will be the 95 of Kim Hahn from Henryville, Indiana, the Derby City Epoxy, Blue Lake Backhoe Service, Pro Crafters, and Hannaford Trucking, Kim Hahn's number 95. So the number 95 machine over in turns number 3 and 4. Kim Hahn off turn number 4. He will be third quick, 21.828. First time out for Kim Hahn in this number 95 entry. 21.828 for Kim Hahn down the back straightaway. Heads on over to the 33-degree banking here at Salem Speedway. Turn 3 and 4, drifts up the track just a little bit. So Kim Hahn's second lap, the number 95 machine, he is going to be third fastest, 21.036, 21.036 for Kim Hahn's number 95. So Kim Hahn's going to slow that number 95 down. He'll go down PNC Pit Road here momentarily as we get ready for a driver who moved up from the Great American Stock ranks. This will be the Huntingburg, Indiana driver. This will be Todd Kemp. Todd Kemp in the number 9 machine. So Huntingburg, Indiana is where he calls home in that number 9 Kemp excavating machine. Todd Kemp, veteran of the sport out here at Salem Speedway in the Great American Stocks. A division they're trying to build here at Salem Speedway with the 602 power plants underneath of the hood. Todd Kemp in that number 9. He's going to go third quick, 19.789, 19789 for Todd Kemp. So once again, down the back straightaway he goes, down to turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag from Barry Smithley up among the flag stand and Todd Kemp. How about this? Quick time, Todd Kemp, 19.533, top of the speed charts for Todd Kemp. So Todd Kemp, Scott Melton, Joe Cooksey, and Kim Hahn, your top 4 cars right now here in qualifications. Up next, the Bowling Green, Kentucky racer, Kimmel Racing. This is Brian Rose in the number 69 machine. '69 of Brian Rose now on his qualifying time attempts. Green-white checkered, 2 laps. Here we go. Usually you see the ARCA driver, Will Kimmel, in this car. This is going to be Brian Rose today, the Bowling Green, Kentucky native. Second fastest so far, 19.598, 598 for Brian Rose, number 69. He heads off down the back straightaway once again. Has to beat a 19.533 from Todd Kemp right now off turn number 4 for Brian Rose's number 69 machine. Second quick, 19.537. Very close there in times, but second quick. Up next is going to be the Iowa driver. This is the number 68 of Kobe Evans, part of the Kimmel Racing stable. This is the number 68 from Prohl, Iowa. So getting ready to take his green flag of his 2 qualifying attempts, the Iowa native. So now he'll go down the back straightaway. These are your Pro Crafter Salem Super Cars here this afternoon. White flag for him. He will go in that 5th spot. Not the time that he wanted to go, 20.644. Gonna have to improve in that number 68 machine. Right now, 5th fastest, 20.644. The time right now. Stays 5th fastest, 20.644. As I believe we have a few more qualifiers still to come. Up next, going to be the Jailbreaker Potato Chips, number 11, Jamie Mosley from London, Kentucky. Struggling all weekend in practice with that number 11. Looks like they have it fired and ready to go as he pulls out on the turns number 3. So here we go. Looks like the number 11 fired and ready to go here today. Jailbreaker Potato Chips number 11 of Jamie Mosley right now comes to the stripe. He will be 5th fastest, 19.916. Only 2 cars in the 22nd bracket. He is in the 19-second bracket. That is the top 5 right now, 19.916. Exiting turns number 4 right now for Jamie Mosley's number 11 machine. And he's going to stay 5th fastest, 19.916. Up next, the Derby City Epoxy, Blue Lake Backhoe Service, Pro Crafters, Hannafin Trucking. That is the Henryville, Indiana native of Shane Slider will be your next qualifier. Shane Slider, talked to him a little bit earlier on today. Looking forward to a great run here this weekend. And here comes that beautiful highlighter yellow and blue machine off turn 4, Shane Slider. Shane Slider makes his way down the back straightaway over into turns number 3 and 4. He will be your eighth qualifier here today. And right now, he's going to be fifth fastest, top 5, 19.788, 197.88 for Shane Slider. Works his way down the back straightaway once more, trying to do his best to stay in the top groove as he heads down into turns number 3 and 4, off turn number 4. That's where you want to stay, up at the high side here at Salem Speedway. And Shane Slider will improve to fourth fastest, 19.703. And that looks to wrap up qualifications and time trials for the Pro Crafters Salem Super Cars here this afternoon with a time of 19.533. Huntingburg, Indiana's Todd Kemp, fast time overall. Brian Rose goes second, Scott Melton third, Shane Slider in the number 17 goes fourth, Joe Cooksey fifth, Jamie Mosley rounds out your top 6, Kobe Evans seventh, and Kim Hahn rounding out your top 8 cars. That's going to do it for the Salem Speedway Super Cars. Race fans, going to take a break in the action. Next thing up, order of business will be opening ceremonies for the 78th season here at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. So getting ready and set for the 2024 season opener, Hawk Harold Adams. Here we are yet again here at Salem Speedway getting ready for our 78th year of competition. Great crowd coming on hand, a big leading up to it, the main event today being the Crown Vics. We are going to start all 36 cars for our main event today, 1,000 to win. That's going to be pretty impressive.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. The Crown Vics always putting on a good show here at the Salem Speedway. Today should be no different. We weren't sure exactly the car count we was going to have. They was all prepared for a last chance race in case we had an over amount of cars. It's kind of right there on that edge, a little above, which is good for you fans because we're going to go ahead and start them all. As Will said, all 36 cars that qualified will start that main event, the 50-lapper, for the Crown Vics on the big track today. So it should be a good one.
Yeah, and a lot of those cars were down at Sportstrom Speedway last night, and some of those that you see, usually Sportstrom gets between 70 and 80 Crown Vics every week for their car count. So you see an A, B, C, and D feature and the figure eight. Of course, that's where Crown Vic racing started, the Sportstrom Speedway. That's the roots. Dean Worrell and the gang down there started that program. And they kind of branched out to all of the tracks here in the area. And I know our buddy Randy up at the Lorraine Raceway Park, we're getting ready and set for the jackpot, as I am excited to go up there again. All of our friends, always fun to go up there at Lorraine County Raceway Park and Paynesville Speedway, getting ready for the Buckeye Nationals. So short track racing in general all over. The Crown Vics kind of take to, right? It's a great beginning vision car. And, you can buy one of those. Used to save for, what, $2,500? Now these are race cars, as you see the evolution of race cars in general. But, this is what it's about. And let's talk about just specifically Salem Speedway. 2000, a couple years ago, everyone was worried about safety. Of course, can the Crown Vics compete on the high banks here at Salem Speedway? There was a lot of skepticism. We talked about it on the podcast. We talked about it on the show. But that made a believer in the Spooky 200, in the first annual Spooky 200. It was a great race, and that's what you're going to see in the main event today. 36 cars, you're going to have bump drafting, you're going to have all of this action going on. It's going to be a great show.
Yeah, that race that you referred to a couple years ago was kind of monumental for the Crown Vics, if you will, on the big track. As you said, a lot of skepticism about that situation. How safe were they? Should they be on the big track? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But that race sort of shut a lot of the critics up. They put on one heck of a show, and it was well worth seeing those cars on the big track. And it's all been successful so far. Those cars are built like tanks anyway. And as long as they build them safe and sound, and they're improving that as we go along, a lot of the builders and stuff, all these drivers and crews, they know the safety aspect is so important, especially here at Salem, that they're building those cars safe, and they are just really, really putting on a good show and keep getting more and more of them, seems like, as the race seasons go along, all the races. And so here we are, season opener here, 36 cars qualifying on the big track. I think we got about 30 of them qualified on the short track. So going to be a good day of racing, Will.
Legend Series cars, Legend Series cars. We've been given the call to get you guys in staging. You need to make your way around Legend Series cars. You need to be making your way to staging now. We're not going to wait on you. Legend Series cars. You will be made to stage. You will be the first 25-lapper here this afternoon on the short track on the inner field. All short track activities will take place first, and then we will conclude the afternoon with the big track here at Salem Speedway. That is going to be one good race event. Now you can see the Yamaha-powered Suzuki engines, whatever you want to call it, Yamaha-powered motorcycle engines underneath of these Legend Series cars. You can hear them wind up. They are a big starter division. Really, a lot of people are using the Bandoleros now as a kind of beginning stage for the Legend Series cars. So they will be your first up here this afternoon on the inner track before we start opening ceremonies. And now, race fans, it is now time for opening ceremonies. If you would please rise, if you're able, and remove your racing gear. Please bow with me. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this wonderful day of racing you've given us. Please look over our drivers, crews, and fans in attendance. Please continue to watch over our law enforcement, EMS, fire, healthcare officials, and public safety officials. Please look over our brave military personnel as they protect us on a daily basis. In your name we pray, amen. And now please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you very much, race fans. Getting ready for the first event of the afternoon. It will be the Legend Series event for their 25-lap main event. It will be the Kentuckiana Ford Dealers 25 for the Diesel Boys Race Parts Legend Series. Getting ready for the starting lineup here this afternoon. Starting on the pole is going to be the number 16 of Jacob Kinney from Indianapolis, Indiana. To his outside will be the number 5 from Slinger, Wisconsin, Lincoln Kane.